Hello, and welcome to Speak American English with Lyman Holton. In this lesson, we're going to talk about American English. Are you ready? Let's begin. The word we're going to work with today is who. W-H-O. Who. It's a word, very common, and we use it in questions in American English. So, what kind of questions could we make up with the word who? Very simple ones. Very simple ones. For example, who are you? Who built that house? Who? Doesn't get much easier than that, right? Now, sometimes who may get confused with W-H-O-S-E and W-H-O apostrophe S. Okay, now, if we say, who is she? Who is she? We can shrink that down. We can make a contraction, a short form, and say, who's she? Who is she? Most people say, who is she? But who's she is very common. It comes out that way. Okay, now we're going to make the same sound, but it means something else. Whose car is that? Whose car is it? We're not going to say, who is car that, right? So the contraction doesn't work. So it's a different use of the same sound, but we're still in the field of who, right? Who and whose. All right, now, I think we need to talk about something that's difficult to pronounce. What could that be? How about we put some emphasis on the end of a sound of a commonly mispronounced word, such as George. George is a name, a man's name. But if it's not correctly pronounced, it'll come out in some languages where English isn't the first language as Georgee. Georgee, right? It's not. It's George. George. That's all it is. Same thing with other words that end with that same ending on the sound. So we have something like cabbage. Cabbage. C-A-B-B-A-G-E. Cabbage. Not cabbagee. No, not cabbagee. All right, so we're going to have some cabbage for dinner. My mother uses a lot of cabbage when she makes a salad, when she makes coleslaw, okay? Cabbage. Now, after you're finished with dinner, you may end up having to take out the garbage. Not the garbagey. Garbagey. No. Garbage. Garbage. G-A-R-B-A-G-E. Okay, you may end up having to take out the garbage. Okay, garbage, that's your leftover foods, maybe some trash mixed in it and that. Usually if people say garbage, they're thinking about old food that needs to be disposed of. Okay, so anyhow, garbage, not garbagey, not cabbagey, cabbage. The cabbage grew very well this year. The garbage smells terrible. Okay, I think we need to look at an idiom. Now, what idiom should we pick out this time? And one idiom before this lesson is over. How about this one? Have you heard a tough row to hoe? Have you ever heard that? What do you think that means? I think what it means, actually I know what it means. What it means is something difficult. You have done something that was difficult. So you say, that was a tough row to hoe, right? Or he had a tough row to hoe. Something like that.
Now, what does that mean? If we break it down, look at a garden, a vegetable garden. All the vegetables are in a nice long straight row, row after row, with a little space in between the rows for the person, the gardener, to walk down. Well, if you want to keep the weeds down, you have to take a hoe. It's a handheld tool, a long handle, kind of like a shovel with the spade bent back. And you use that to chop up the dirt in between the rows of vegetables, right? That's called hoeing, and the tool is called a hoe, right? So if you have a garden and it's difficult to hoe that row because of, say roots, rocks, things like that, then that's a tough row to hoe. It's a difficult row to hoe. There you go. It's a tough row to hoe. It was a tough row to hoe. A difficult row to hoe. But we'd say tough. Okay, that's it for the idioms
Any
in
comments, good or bad, please put them in the comment section below. That way everybody can see them and other viewers can comment on your comments as well. Or it may answer a question for them that they were meaning to ask but didn't, or don't need to now because you did it. All right? So, thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you at our next lesson. Goodbye for now.